Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by new Patreon supporter Chris. Huge thanks to Chris and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Chris reached out asking for a clue deck led by Inquisitor Greyfax, and I was more than happy to help. If you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you like the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. Inquisitor Greyfax is a 4-mana 3/3 legendary human inquisitor with vigilance. Her unquestionable wisdom ability gives other creatures we control +1/+1 and vigilance. Her hunt for heresy ability costs 1 mana and we need to tap her to activate it. It taps a creature an opponent controls and then we investigate. Now, Chris wanted to be able to win with commander damage, but wanted most of the deck to be focused on clues. So he asked for a few swords and some other equipment to be added, but wanted something like Cyberdrive Awakener to be the real win condition in the deck. He also said he wanted this deck to be strong, with a budget of around $800. So, if you're a budget player, don't worry, I have a budget deck coming later this week. But this one is not it. Apologies to your wallet. Before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard makes these beautiful solid color playmats, like this one in a gorgeous shade of crimson. One of my favorite things about Ultimate Guard is their vibrant color palette. This mat is surprisingly thick and much smoother than many of the other playmats I've used before. And since it's my favorite color, this one will probably be my go-to from now on. Find out if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click on the link in the video description to go to their Amazon store. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One last announcement before we get into our video. In addition to streaming on Twitch, I will be dual streaming on a new YouTube channel as well. Check out Gaming with Danon if you want to catch me live. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, Marsh Flats, Arid Mesa, Scalding Tarn, Verdant Catacombs, Raffine's Tower, Hallowed Fountain, Watery Grave, Godless Shrine, Sea of Clouds, Morphic Pool, Vault of Champions, Deserted Beach, Shipwreck Marsh, Shattered Sanctum, Glacial Fortress, Drowned Catacomb, Isolated Chapel, Meticulous Archive, Undercity Sewers, Shadowy Backstreet, Academy Ruins, Reliquary Tower, Bajuka Bog, 3 Plains, 3 Islands, and 3 swamps make up our land base. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Progress, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Hierarchy, Azorius Signet, Dimir Signet, Orzhov Signet, Mindstone, Felwar Stone, Smothering Tithe, Sword of Feast and Famine, Sword of Hearth and Home, Sword of the Animist, Inspiring Statuary, and Cart Clan Ironworks help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Eloise Nephelia Sleuth, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Enlightened Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Tamio's Journal, Shimmer Dragon, Contraband Kingpin, Deadly Dispute, and Sword of Fire and Ice help us to dig through our deck and find answers. I know that's not a ton of card advantage, but remember we're making a bunch of clues in this deck, so it's fine. Swords to Plowshares, Disenchant, Generous Gift, Counterspell, Negate, Dovin's Veto, Voidrend, Mortify, Confirm Suspicions, Anguished Unmaking, Stroke of Midnight, Sword of Sinew and Steel, Mana Drain, and Survive the Night help us to keep our opponents in line. Cyclonic Rift and Farewell help us to reset the board as needed. Cyberdrive Awakener, Erdwall Illuminator, Search the Premises, Thorough Investigation, Disorder in the Court, Wojek Investigator, Persuasive Interrogators, Lazov Wearer of Faces, Merchant of Truth, Marionette Master, Wernog Rider's Chaplain, Thraben Inspector, Nadir's Nightblade, Hilda of the Icy Crown, and Officious Interrogation make up the core of our deck and how we plan on winning. Supporting our plan, we've also got Academy Manufactor, Mirkwood Bats, Mondrak Glory Dominus, Anointed Procession, Sting the Glinting Dagger, and Cranial Plating. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources split between 36 lands and 16 pieces of ramp. A little high, but clues aren't cheap to activate. 10 pieces of card advantage, not counting our clue generators. 14 pieces of interaction. 2 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bajuka Bog and Farewell. 1 sudden I win card in Cyberdrive Awakener. Of course, that's not the only way we can win. Sure, if we generate a ton of clue tokens, we can just turn them all into creatures and smash our opponents. But we've also got Cart Clan Ironworks combined with either Mirkwood Bats or Marionette Master. Paying 2 mana to sack the clue so that we can draw a card is fine and dandy, but sacrificing all of them to kill our opponents is a lot more fun. Now, this deck wants to play the more controlling role. We sit back, ramp a bit, draw some cards, and then combo off and win. Fortunately, people aren't as scared of clue tokens as they are of treasure tokens. At least, not yet. Do you have a clue deck? Who's your commander? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a commander video built at your request. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Pedro, Midge, Alix, Alex, Julio, Valeri, Conga, Ignis, RJ, Aaron, and Chris. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.